here's what we're going to do. I am going to, first of all, look, the goal of these webinars isn't so that I can sit here and talk at you for 60 minutes, right? The goal of these is really just, we want you to be able to take action, implement what we teach you, and then come back to us with, hey, I took action. I got something set up. What do you think? Does it look okay? Does it work? What do you think? Okay. So let me open. Perfect. Here we go. So this is an opt-in page, right? That Bridget set up. And then here is her bridge page. Now, for some of you, you might be new to the game here, right? Is there anybody who's kind of newer to this whole sales funnel process, still feel like it's a little new to you? Hit the hand raise button if that's you. Yos, David, who else? Melanie's still just kind of a little new. I get it. Been there, done that. So here's what I'm going to do. Jen, got it, is I'm going to open this little sketch pad for us, okay? And can you see this little, oh my gosh, we're not plugged in. Hang on, we're not plugged in. We're not plugged in. Okay, there we go. Can you see, oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Can you see this drawing? Just give me a quick hand raise, quick hand raise, quick hand raise. Let's see, DeWitt, David, Christiane, David, William, Emda, Eugene. Okay, perfect. We're good to go. Now, how the hell do I erase that is the question. All right, let's see here. This, by the way, is called sketch.io. Sketch.io, okay? Oh my gosh. Where is they just changed this all on me. Hang on. New, here we go, we're saved. Okay, so look, in the terms of the sales funnel, this is gonna, for some of you, you're gonna think, oh my gosh, this is so basic, Matt. But so if I'm drawing up a little sales funnel, okay, and we have different layers of the sales funnel. Okay, so layer number one is just kind of awareness. Okay, awareness, just kind of being able to know that you exist, right? And then they start to engage, okay? And then they start to click and buy, all right? And then at the bottom of the funnel, they buy more. So they become a recurring customer. They purchase more and more and more and more and more, right? Okay, so to get people into this, you need traffic, meaning you got to have things like YouTube videos and Instagram posts and Facebook posts and wherever you can get traffic from, right? So let's make this just, I like to break this down into real business because sometimes people dissociate real brick and mortar business from this internet business thing, right? So at the intersection of any good business, okay, it really good, any sort of business, whether it's online, offline, brick and mortar, there, especially for retail, there is perfect traffic meets perfect offer, okay? Perfect traffic meets perfect offer, and that's the intersection of money where sales are paid, right? So if I'm out in the middle of, I grew up in South Dakota, town of 400 people, right? So the town is called Emory, South Dakota. Okay, I grew up in this tiny little town of Emory, South Dakota. Now, if I put up a Prada, okay, or a Gucci or something like that, really high end, right? It's going to go out of business faster than I can snap my fingers, right? Why is that? It's not perfect traffic. It might have the best offer in the world, but it's not perfect traffic, right? So traffic is just a function of what's your offer and where's the best place to get that traffic from. You don't know that until you test. I already know some people here are like, well, what's the perfect place to get traffic from? You don't know until you test. Instagram, Facebook, Google, right? Where tons of other places. If you're a brick and mortar, you can use Waze, the Waze app, So that's a driving app on your phone. You can launch ads so that when people drive by your place, they get a notification. Hey, there's a new pizza restaurant. Hey, there's a new Chinese joint right here. Check it out, whatever. So then people become aware. They read about you. They see you in a newspaper. They see you on Facebook. They see you on YouTube, whatever. Then they start to engage. Maybe they leave a comment. Maybe you have a drawing, right, for a free meal or something at your pizza place. Maybe you give that a free lead magnet away. Maybe you give them a free ebook, whatever it is. That's the engagement piece. And then it's all about getting them to purchase afterwards. So that all happens in a sequence. What these ladies have done is created essentially a two-step sales funnel, okay? Two-step sales funnel process, which means step number one is just an opt-in page, okay? It's just an opt-in page. This is where you collect leads. That's the end goal. Collect leads, okay? Are we all clear about step number one and what the goal of that is? Collect leads. Give me a quick hand raise. You with me? You sticking with me? Charlotte, Melanie, David, Jen, Joe, Yos, Brian. Okay, wow. I can't read that fast. Number two is the either sales page if you own your own product, or it's a bridge page to an affiliate product, right? So for the opt-in, you can use some sort of lead magnet. This is very common. Maybe you give away a free ebook like Bridget's doing, or maybe you give away a free consult, a no-cost free consult, whatever it is. On the sales and bridge page, you give a little bit more value and you ask for a sale, right? Or you point them to more engagement, okay? So yes, you can ask for a sale here, or you can ask for more engagement. You give them a call to action. You tell them specifically what you want to do. Maybe that's just them going into a Facebook group, right? Maybe all you want to do is give them something free and then lead them into a Facebook group, because then you can have unlimited engagement with them there, right? You can have unlimited engagement. You can post and be in front of their eyeballs any day at all times, okay? So that's really powerful, especially if you give value, give value, give value, give value, give value, right? You can do that in a Facebook group, okay? All right. So I just want to be clear on that so that, before we dive into this whole critique thing, I just want you all to be aware, hey, this is what's going on inside of their business. This is what they're trying to do. So with Bridget, okay, with Bridget on her page, now let me get rid of this annotate. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little quick critique of this little opt-in page and then of her delivery page. And we'll even do a little critique on her video, if that's cool with you all. Is that cool with you guys? Is this interesting to you? Like, she's just kind of just like you, getting started, trying to figure this internet marketing thing out, trying to figure out how to market her products and services, get leads for an affordable cost. Can you type to me in the chat, is this interesting? Is this something you want to check out? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Go for it. Okay. Good. Thank you, guys. Thanks. I just, before we get too far down the road, I just want to make sure this is interesting. All right. So Bridget, she has visionmarketinganddesign.com. I don't have any equity stake or any, if you go and buy something from Bridget or her recommendation, I will not get compensated at all for that. So I just want to make that clear. Okay. All right. So Bridget starts out with all caps here saying, want to start an online business, learn how I was able to quit my full-time job in just 7 months. Now, by the way, I just want you all to know, I'm also not trying to pitch you on, look, the only difference between Bridget and most human beings is that she just works harder and longer than most people do. That's it. That's all it is. That is the secret. She just works longer and harder than most people. That's it. That's her secret. Plus get a free copy of my new book. And she doesn't, and it's not just she's sitting around designing pages or writing emails. She's like in the trenches. She's closing sales. She's messaging people. She is helping people. She's selling. That's what she's doing. So choosing a profitable niche is the first step to starting a new business. It's also the first big decision you're going to make. Find your niche is my step-by-step guide to finding your niche so you can stand out and create success faster. So what she's doing here is she's positioning this, right? Who is her audience? Right here. You can already tell. Starting a new business. That's who her audience is. They're starting a new business. Or they're thinking about it. Want to start an online business? So she's going to craft all of her ads. She's going to craft her YouTube video. She's going to craft her Instagram ads. She's going to craft everything geared towards people who are looking to or interested in starting an online business. And she's giving them, here's the first step, right? Learn how. She's giving him her story. And guess what? If she was able to quit her job in just 7 months, well, you know, choosing a profitable niche is the first step to any business. Well, she's got a little bit of authority. She's got a little bit of cred because she's done a good job of it already. She's worked harder than most people already. So overall, just from a design standpoint, Bridget, this looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let me just give you a little bit of just a little tip. If you do have a little bit of money, I would recommend just getting a slightly cleaner, a little bit better designed cover. Like this red right here on the front is just, it's not, I would say that the fonts used on this book, the background, the image and everything, I would say that with the tools that you currently have and what you've currently done, you could give this over to a designer who, maybe on maybe not on Fiverr, but potentially on Fiverr or Upwork are really good and could produce for you something that's like just a layer up from this. For instance, let me give you an example. Bear with me. I got to figure out how to get this over here. Okay, here we go. So Bridget, potentially what you could do is a cover that's more like this. And let me bring this to the screen so you can see it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can you all see this cover of the book right here over to the left? The Insider's Guide to Affiliate Marketing. This is Dave's new book that he's working on, which is going to go live pretty soon. It's actually a really killer book, but you can just, let's see. Okay, here we go. So Bridget, you can just see how this cover here just has a look and a feel that's a little bit more high end and high scale than what you've got going on here. And that's all branding. That's all positioning. When people see this, it's like, oh, dang, what is this? Do you people on the, so for those of you who are live, would you agree with that? Just give me a quick hand raise like, yep, definitely agree with that. Just looking at the difference here, definitely a big difference, right? So Bridget, that will take this, I guarantee it'll increase your opt-in rates, but it'll take this to like the next level and it will definitely help your branding. So, the other piece here is just this, I like this logo a lot, but I would probably just bring it down. I would probably bring this down just above this headline here. Not sure what that is. Oh, okay. Just above this headline and just not have this white space up here just for a little design pointer. The other thing is that this design on the button needs some help, okay? Just needs a little bit of help. So when people hover, the best possible thing when somebody hovers over a button, let me just show you what that looks like. When you're creating, and we're gonna get in a little bit into design right now, but when you're creating, let me just compare these things. Oh my gosh. So you'll notice the font here, this is big, and this is about 1/4 of the size in terms of font here. And it's put together nice, and there's just a simple, clean kind of format to it. But look, when you hover over the button, what happens is the colors flip. So the green button here, when I hover it over it, the button goes white, all right? The button goes white, and then the font goes green. So it's white font, then green font, white font, green font. All right, type to me in the chat if you're here. Does this make sense? Take that approach whenever you're creating buttons. That's the modern smart way to create buttons that look slick and clean. So usually whatever website builder you're using, it always gives you a button and then what color and what font do you want it when you're hovering over the button. So just set it just like that, okay? And then the other element is kind of the headline and the subheadline. You've done a good job here with this headline, okay? I wouldn't put this all in caps like this. I would just underline it. Having all caps is just a little bit, it's just a little bit, it throws the audience off. It looks a little bit out of place, I guess you could say. But everything else about this I like. I might increase the size of these labels like 2 font sizes, like 2 pixels, but it looks good. So I would have this button match the color of, and let me bring back my annotation real quick. The button color should match this color of this arrow over there. So having 2 different colors of kind of red, this is kind of pink, like salmon colored almost, but I would have these match. And this color red is just not really, it's not really in style anymore, okay? So what I would do, Bridget, if I were you, and I recommend this to everybody who's on this webinar right now, check this out. Watch me go to google.com. Actually, I'm just gonna Google search right here. Okay, so I'm gonna Google search and I'm gonna go to modern color palette website. Ready for this? 50 gorgeous color schemes for stunning websites. There's also Canva here. There's also 37 beautiful color schemes. There's also 16 great web. Okay, so look, there's a billion of these that you could look up. Canva in particular is awesome. They have just amazing, look at this. They give you the exact color hex numbers to use. All right. So look, my point in this is whether you want something that's muted and dumbed down a little bit, that's classic. Whether you want something real modern and clean. Look, guys, don't choose colors on your own. The reality is that you're an entrepreneur, you're a visionary, you have a big vision for your life, for your goals, for what you want to accomplish. Don't frickin' choose colors by yourself just because you think it looks kind of neat. No, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? People go to design school just to study these designs that have already been created by people. Just go to these websites. I mean, look at this, muted and minimal. This is on canva.com. Here, I'm just going to start pasting these links in here. You ready for this? Boom, there's one link. And really, you don't even need any of these. I'm not even going to go into these other links. I mean, just go to this one. I mean, look at these. Do you guys get how beautiful these are? I mean, this is just beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's put together just clean. It makes me want to go create a website. That's what it makes me want to do. I want to go create a website just looking at this, okay? So thoughts? Give me some thoughts in the comments if you have any. But isn't this powerful? I mean, I want to go create a freaking website right now. I love it so much. All right. So hopefully that was helpful. I mean, just when you're creating sales funnels, for goodness sakes, just use some beautiful modern colors to it. I think this blue and even the color here in your logo, Bridget, is really good. Now here's another cool tool for you guys. If you use Google Chrome, this is up here towards the top right. I want to see a quick hand if you can see where my mouse is. Just quick hand raise up. Okay, so the color pick eyedropper. If you go to the Chrome extension store and download the color pick eyedropper, you ready for this? This is friggin' awesome. So I can go over anything on the website. I mean, I can get the color off of her shirt if I wanted to, okay? Like maybe I really like this color that's on her shirt, kind of this pink color or whatever, and then I could set the button to it just to create some real congruency. Here, let me reopen that. But up here in the logo, So this is a certain color of red, and I would try to match that with this button color and this arrow here as well, okay? But basically I would, when you hover, the words should turn red and the button should turn white, and just set a subtle border around it and it'll look killer. All right, so when you enter your name and email address, and to get a copy of her free book, she's got the Facebook pixel installed, so great job, Bridget. You're gonna come to this page, all right? And it says, and now look at the congruency of her messaging. And this is something I come back to over and over and over again, but want to start an online business? Congratulations on starting your business. I mean, that's some really gangster marketing. I mean, I love it. It's super smart, right? Think of the future pacing that just happened. I just started a business. Interesting. That's powerful. It's powerful. Watch this short video to fast track your success. I love that. Fast track your success. And look at this right here. Find your niche is my step-by-step guide to finding your niche so you can stand out and create success faster. Create success faster. Fast track your success. So I would just say, yeah, you could say fast track your success. I might even just say, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. All right, I'm going to turn this up. Turn your speakers up. I'm going to turn my speakers up so you can hear this a little bit. And let me make sure in my Zoom here that we are good to go on the audio of this. Just bear with me one sec. Join audio. Okay, mute, temporarily mute yourself. Press and hold space key to temporarily mute yourself. Okay. And I'm going to hit play on this for 5 seconds. I'll just hit play. And if it's clear in your ears, you can hear it just fine, then just hit the hand raise button and I'll keep playing it and keep letting it go. If you can't hear it, type to me, hey, I can't hear it.
Hey all, Bridget Bartlett here. First of all, congratulations on making it to this video. I want to say thank you for checking out my story and actually taking a step towards changing your life. It is so fascinating to me that most people in the world just sort of suffer in silence, working a job they hate. They sort of go on and live life as if there's no other alternative. But then there are those of us who hit a point where enough is enough. And
so, Bridget, I like this a lot. I know this script very well. I wrote the script. But I'll say this, it feels a little scripted to me and a little monotone. Okay, that's just what I'm getting right off the bat. And hey, for anybody who's watching here, what I'd like you to do is just spit some feedback as you listen to this.
And we decided to do something about it. We are a rare breed of individuals that go on to change everything for ourselves and our families. It's people like us that make the amazing success stories. And not long ago, I was right where you are, searching the internet for an opportunity I could find and be my own boss and work from home. I had a decent job as a pharmacy tech, but the thought of doing that for 30 more years literally brought tears to my eyes. I didn't want to just be putting in my time until retirement. So when I turned 38,
hey, Bridget, by the way, I really like the use there of this kind of stock image that you used, wherever that was. I can't really rewind or go forward on your video very much. But I liked that. And to be totally honest, I would just recommend doing that through the whole thing, where you have a script where you can just read the script and just go faster, but you're not actually on camera. Or you could just be on camera for like the first 10 seconds and bring in energy, because this is, hey, my name is Bridget, and just bring in energy. Hey, my name is Bridget. Welcome to this video. I'm so excited that you're here. You know, a couple years ago, I was blah, 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 right where you are. And then take it all to motion graphics and words on the screen and words popping up and stuff like that.
People like us that make the amazing success stories. And not long ago, I was right where you are, searching the internet for an opportunity I could.
Yeah, like that right there. I mean, there's plenty of places you can get like a free trial to stock video like that. So anyway. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit.
What many call a midlife crisis. So,
see that kind of personality. So watch this, watch this, watch this.
What many call a midlife. So when I turned 38, I had what many call a midlife crisis. So I started to think about my life. And
so that, guys, everybody here, I think you can feel there's a little personality there that feels a little bit more engaged than what we saw for the first minute. Bridget, the problem is everybody's going to be gone by the time you start to open up there a little bit. So just a thought, and just you're doing an incredible job, but I think you're capable of more. So that's why I'm going to push you a little bit.
And what the future was going to look like. At that time, I was 325 pounds and absolutely miserable.
Okay, so that image right there, I want to hear from you guys who are on this webinar right now, but that image right there, if it's me, I'm starting out with that image. If it's me, that is the first thing I'm going to show people. What do you guys think who are here watching this live? What do you guys think? I'm just curious. Give me a little feedback. I mean, what if she started out her video that said, and I can't remember what you just said about how long, but you could say, here, let me just go back a little bit.
So I started to think about my life and what the future was going to look like. At that time, I was 325 pounds.
So you can say X amount of months ago, hey, you can pop into your video, say, hey, my name's Bridget, and you know what? Stick with me because, or you can say, hey, my name's Bridget. Welcome to this video. I'm pumped that you made it to this video. You know what? X amount of months ago, I was X amount of pounds, whatever you just said, 300 pounds or 200 and whatever pounds or whatever. And I was blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to tell you what right now, I found something that not only helped me shift my mindset, but it set me on a straight course where I quit my job in 7 months and I started a business for myself on the internet that changed my entire outlook on life. I want to share that with you right now and then go into like Bridget, the script that I give is so not even good enough for you. Like I give a script for bridge page scripts to people, but it bombed your video. I mean, your story and what we've got right here is going to be about 35 times better than using my script.
And absolutely miserable at my dead-end job. I couldn't shake the feeling that there had to be something more.
So, guys, listen, I want you to pay really close attention to this. The phrase, I couldn't shake the feeling that there had to be something more. So, Bridget, what I'd rather you do, I'm going to get really, really, really down to the minutia of this. What I want you to do is rather than say, let me play this back.
Feeling that there had to be something more.
There had to be something more. That phrase in the mind of somebody is going to be a throwaway phrase. It won't land truly in the way that you're hoping that it will land. Instead, what you should do is turn that into a story. You can say, look, I haven't been to work in a really long time, but I remember days where I would get in my car and I would tell them what kind of car you drive. I would get in my old beat up Volkswagen, whatever, and I would get in my car. I would get on Highway 6 down to my 35-minute commute. I would get slammed in traffic, whatever. I mean, just tell the real story, but walk them through the moments. And then just say, you know, I always, you know, and give them little cues into your life. So say things like, I would always listen to 960 AM NPR radio just to take my mind off the fact that I was going to work, and I would try to disconnect in my car on the way to work, right? While I was eating some sort of McDonald's, you know, because you were overweight. I was eating a McDonald's freaking whatever. What do they call those things? Sausage egg McMuffin or something like that. I'm not trying to poke fun at you, but like really bring them into the moment, into the feelings. and I would sit in my car, and I remember when I would pull up to the worst part of it was when I would pull up to the actual parking spot, and I parked in the same friggin' spot pretty much every day. I would pull up to the parking spot, and I just remember kind of, you know, holding the wheel like this and just kind of looking at it and thinking like, man, is this really it? Because Bridget, when you get into that, see, does everybody here, do you notice how different that is than just saying what she said there, which is like, I just wondered in my head if this was it. Like when you take them into the details of the moments of the real drive, type to me in the chat. Do you see how different that is? Because then that's where people get into story mode. That's where human connection and interaction and the details, all of that stuff, that's where attachment happens. That's why every big prominent leader who's ever, think of every religious, political, every major person, leader in the world always tells stories, paints the picture. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Paints the picture.
But I had no idea what that was. The one thing I did know, I needed to get myself healthy. I already had back problems and I was pre-diabetic. In fact, I was walking directly in the footsteps of my mom. By age 59, I think she had every part of her body replaced and type 2 diabetes. If I was going to change the path I was on, I needed to take massive, determined action. Now, I knew this was about more than weight. I needed to get healthy in my mind, body, and spirit. So I started keto, going to the gym, and going to church. After I lost the first 50 pounds, I felt pretty much unstoppable. It was such an empowering thing to conquer something I'd struggled with my whole life. Plus, those endorphins are real, I'm telling you. I just felt strong in every way. So I started thinking, what else can I change about my life? By this time, my sister had started working with a network marketing company promoting weight loss supplements. I tried it for a while.
I'm just getting a lot of comments and feedback from people in the comments right now that just says, I love the smile. I love it when you smile. It's so much better when she's smiling. So just Bridget, for whatever it's worth, right? When you start to lose the script, so this is just a practice thing. The more that you shoot this video, the more that you're going to be more comfortable. You're going to lose the script and you're just going to smile more. You're going to say, I felt so freaking empowered. It was incredible. It was like addicting. It was like this adrenaline rush that I just wanted to see what are the other places in my life that I could, you know, fix or whatever. Right. And so then your focus isn't on reading the words. Your focus is on looking into a camera and connecting with a human being. It's big.
Oh, I lost another 50 pounds and I even won an award for ranking within the company, but I knew that wasn't for me. I wanted a business I could automate for a real passive income. That is when I discovered digital marketing. I was originally just looking for a simple website builder, but what I discovered was an opportunity. I consumed myself with the training and started creating sales funnels. I quickly got a few clients through friends and then branched out with other services. Within 3 months, I had a registered agency with the state of Indiana, and within 7 months, I was actually doing well enough to quit my full-time job. It was a dream come true. But the story doesn't end there. The beauty of digital marketing is that once you learn the process, it's interchangeable among so many online businesses. For example, while I enjoy helping my clients grow their businesses, I have learned that my heart is in affiliate marketing. I enjoy it more because I can automate the sales process for a real passive income.
So Bridget, what I would do there is I would probably draw a deeper, or I would draw a more, tell them why specifically, you know, tell them the downfalls, the pitfalls of that other agency work that you were doing, so that when you explain why you like affiliate marketing more, why you love it, then it stands out more and contrasts more.
This became especially important to me this past September when my mom passed away. Even though she had suffered for years with health problems, it was a sudden shock. She just didn't wake up one day and then spent a week in the hospital before we finally let her go. I was able to spend every minute in the hospital with her and then plan her funeral. It was still another week before I could even focus on anything work-related. It was such a blessing to be able to focus on what was important to me while still bringing in an income. When you experience a loss so big, it really makes you put things into perspective. See, Mom was only 59. It's still hard to talk about, but my point is she never made it to retirement. That thing we spend 40 hours a week dreaming about, what if your retirement never comes? Would you regret never following your dreams, never taking a chance on yourself? Would you regret all the time spent at that mindless, dead-end job instead of with your family? So if you're ready to get started on your online business, you may not know all of the different options that you have available. So here's what I recommend you do. Under this video, you'll see a button. Click it. You'll be taken to a free webinar where my friend Dave Sharp goes over the top 10 online businesses and how you can get started. I met Dave in Florida at a mastermind event, and I had the privilege of interviewing him recently for my YouTube channel. He has made over $250 million in online sales. So this guy knows what he's talking about. It's important to get all the information before choosing the right business for you. I think you'll be surprised at all the options you have never considered. After you enter your email address, within 5 minutes, I'll be sending you the webinar along with some free bonuses that you will have to see to believe. If you don't get it soon, check your spam folder. In fact, just to give you a little more incentive, I'm going to throw in a free ebook to help you find the perfect niche. That is the first big decision you'll be making for your business. So again, my name is Bridget Bartlett, and I can't wait to walk alongside you and help you reach your goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Click the button below.
All right, so great calls to action. She explains the whole process well. Bridget, you're like, I mean, you're very, very close to having this thing like be a full-blown like crush, the world changer. There's just a few pieces of like storytelling and ditching the script that, you know, if I were you, if I was Bridget, I would scratch an entire day just to shoot this video, just one whole day. And I would shoot it for like 2 hours. I would just shoot it reading the story. And then the rest of the time, I would shoot it without the story, and I would just nail it down, and I would get it really good. But hey, this is really good, Bridget. I mean, this is great marketing. This is impressive marketing, and I think you did a really great job. We already talked about the beginning of the story, but as you go through and unpack the rest of the video, I mean, you crushed it. So anyway, let's see. Pause. Hold on one second here. Yeah, really nice job. And everybody's comments are just like, man, this story really hit me. It made a difference. Like you did a really good job. So yeah, I mean, everybody's just saying, thanks for sharing. It was great. So that was awesome. Okay, for the next one, we're gonna have to crank through this. So this is Grace and Charlotte. We're gonna have to go through this pretty quickly. And so, I mean, the color scheme, I mean, it is bright. I mean, it is, wow, pop off the screen, but I think you did a good job in terms of design. It looks good. There's a few design pieces here that we need to shift, change, or adjust. And let me do that quickly here for you. So let's see. Okay. So just a few pieces that we need to adjust or change or switch up based on the design. I would work on cleaning this piece up here a little bit. Let me make my thing a little bit. Let me make this drawing a little bit larger annotate. Thanks. Okay. Hang on. There we go. So this piece right here, I would make a little bit larger. All right. Turn your expensive hobby into a profitable online business. Sign up. One of their requests was that, one of the requests from Grace and Charlotte was that they weren't able to get this, approved on Facebook ads. Okay. So, profitable online business might be an issue. That might be part of it, Grace and Charlotte, okay? So what you want to do instead is you want to probably say something like how we turned our expensive hobby into a profitable online business, and then tell your story. Tell your story. That will function much better on Facebook ads, okay? I would put this sign up to this free masterclass. I would actually put that outside of these dotted lines because it feels like it's a little bit out of place. So inside of the dotted lines, I would put the dotted lines ending here, and then I would put sign up to this free masterclass below the dotted lines on its kind of own thing, right? Or what would be better is removing sign up to this free masterclass and just putting free masterclass right here with a colon, and then say, turn your expensive hobby into a profitable online business. Because the spacing here, hopefully you guys can see this clearly, but the spacing right here between, profitable online business and free masterclass is different than the line spacing here, and it looks weird. Plus this gap of space here just looks bizarre. It looks off. The other thing is that, the dots over here, you need to separate that border, these dotted lines border here from the hard border of this out space, right? So, anyway, I would say in terms of this over here, this layer over here. We're getting a lot into design today, but I would decrease the space between these bullet points, okay? Decrease the space, and then you'll notice that the space between figure it out and deserving is larger. This space right here is larger than these spaces here. So these should all be very equally spaced. This is really, 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 really important. Okay, so those should be equally spaced out. And then for some reason, the word any results is like spaced bizarre. I mean, there's extra space here. So some of the design that's going on here is just a little bit weird. And then grab your seat and get exclusive access to our signature course, the Online Biz Blueprint to a simple online biz accelerator. So I think that you need to rename this course because this course title is way too long, but it also says the Online Biz Blueprint to a simple online biz accelerator. That to me is like just a confusing course name. That doesn't make sense. So I would just say, I don't know what to rename that, but to me at least, just right offhand, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm just unclear about what that means. Would you guys agree? Those of you who are live, would you guys agree so far with just everything? Type to me in the chat real quick. Would you agree with kind of what I just said there? The last paragraph needs space, last two words. Agree, agency, and agree with your suggestions. Agree. Okay. Yes, I see it. Okay. So, agree. Okay. Clear drawings. Okay. All right. So that's kind of our opt-in page. When you fill in your first name and email, then, and just as a last little tiny thing, I would adjust this to make this say email address. Okay. Email address, whatever. Just, it'll look better. That's just a very subtle branding thing. Okay. And then they said the size of the photo. No, I think that's good. The button doesn't really stand out. Yeah, I might agree with that. I think it's okay, though. I think it's okay. Okay. So here, this is the second page. It says, nearly there, just one more step to go, and we promise you it won't take too long. I might put just like a comma after that, okay? And I would say you're nearly there. Just one more step to go, all right? All right, and that's fine. Important, please check your, so I don't like this as black text on this pink background. It's hard, like it's making my eyes bug out a little bit, okay? It's making my eyes bug out, and I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, this is tough to see. Okay, so please check your emails from one of us at hello@gracecharlotte.com. Please check your emails for one of us from us. Okay, so you need to correct this. It should just say, it shouldn't say for one from us. It should say, please check your email from, please check your email from us at hello. Yeah, that's fine. Please check your email from us at hello@gracecharlotte.com. Don't forget to check your spam and junk folders too in order to complete the subscription process and to receive access to the masterclass. Okay. Remember to whitelist our email address too, so that you can receive more tips and information on how to make money online and grow a business, make money and grow a business online. All right. Exclusive masterclass, how to get more clients without leaving your 9-to-5, starting soon. Let's see what happens here. Scroll down. Join our free Facebook community. Okay, so let's see if, hang on. Okay. Join our free Facebook community. I mean, I like that. I like that a lot. And then you can go and you have a group here with 365 members. So that's pretty damn cool. Nice job. I mean, this is great. Good work. And look, once you just break out of that first initial kind of scary moment where you don't have anybody in your group, you just start launching this thing out to people saying, hey, I got a free Facebook group. I post really amazing content in there. You know, come in and grab it. You start to build an audience, and then people are like, wow, there's 365 people in here. There's 4 new posts today. Seems like there's some cool stuff going on. I guess I'll join the group, right? So anyway, I really like this model, just so everybody's clear on this. I really freaking like this model where people just, you run ads basically to give them a masterclass, but then you also, you know, I would have this more obvious and bigger and larger as a main call to action, because there's nothing about it up here, but I would have it, you know, as a main call to action. One really cool thing that I like to do on these bridge pages, by the way, is to put numbers. Okay, so there's too much text and a lack of clarity here. So what I would do if I was going to redesign this whole thing, here's what I would say. I would say, well, you know what? Let me pause this, and I'm going to create a Google Doc so you guys can just see what I would do. Okay, so let me make this a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and then I'm just going to share my whole screen here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Can you see my entire screen, gang? Can you see the whole screen? We have a document on the left. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so let me show you a quick little wireframe of this whole thing. Here's exactly what I would put on this page. Okay, I would say you're nearly there. You're nearly there. Here's what to do next. Something like this, okay? And then you would have your little important message. So just bear with me here. I'm making this up as I go, okay? All right, then I would have important next steps. Or actually, you know what I would do is I would say, congrats and well done. Congrats and well done. Here, well done. Here's what to do next. Something like this. Something like this. Here's what to do next. Okay. Here's what to do next. Something like that. Okay. Important next steps. All right. So we have. Let's do this right. Just fine. 14. Okay. So this is exactly what I would do. I would say step number 1. Right? Step number 1, check your email, okay, and then just continue your message right there. And then step number 2, join our free Facebook community, okay? So in the check email, see, you don't need this whole exclusive masterclass, how to get more clients starting soon. Like, you really don't need even this whole box. I would just say, step 1, check your email. You must confirm your subscription in order to access the masterclass, how to get more clients without leaving your 9 to 5. And then join our free Facebook community filled with hundreds of online entrepreneurs. Actually, I would say this. Click the button below to join our free Facebook community. That's it. That's all I would do. Type to me in the chat. Is that clear? Does that make sense? Then that way you have step 1, step 2, and people are not in any sort of confusion on what they need to do next. No confusion. No up in the airness. Nothing. No confusion at all. All right? Clear as a bell, as Bill says. Exactly. Okay. Outside of that, I wouldn't say that there's a lot to change here. Some Yoast, you could charge $37 and then the deliverable of your product is to join a Facebook group. So I would say free. Hey, here's the other thing, y'all, that you can do that's kind of powerful is you could even just, rather than having them opt in here, if you didn't want to, I mean, you can, but if you didn't want to have them opt in here, the other thing you can do is just have literally just like a 1-page, there's a lot of copy here that I don't know if you necessarily need. I think it's fine, but the other thing that you can do here is just say, free masterclass, turn your expensive hobby into a profitable online business, join our free Facebook group to get instant access. And then when they come here to join your group, it should pull open a bunch of questions. You should make them answer 3 or 4 questions. One of them is an email, and then you can take those emails. When people give your emails, you can take them and put them in an email list. That's easy enough. All right. So anyway, really well done though. I mean, this is beautiful. You're just a couple steps away from making this just a really baller, awesome offer. Also, the last piece, Grace and Charlotte, is I would put a lead event pixel on this page. It means that they gave you the name and email. I would put a lead pixel on here just so that every lead is always registered. So, hey, hopefully that was helpful. Did you guys get some value? What stuck out to you today? What stuck out? What was valuable today? I want to get a little bit of feedback from you guys in the chat. What was valuable? What was helpful? Was anything helpful? Hopefully something was helpful. Tell me, just give me a quick 1-sentence, 2-sentence deal, and then we'll wrap up for Thursday, and we'll rock and roll and get out of here. Anything? the detail and the design, how to improve my bridge page, what is a lead pixel. So Yos, go to YouTube and type in what is a Facebook lead pixel, and then you'll learn that. I won't get into all the details on that right now. The color palette tip is very helpful. The colors, look, guys, sometimes you have all of the messaging right. You watch the stuff on the copy, you copy other people, but then like you go out and you choose colors that look like your website was designed in the 1990s, and it just looks, wow, that looks terrible, right? So sometimes it's just a lot better to just go look at the color schemes that are already there by brands that have spent tens of thousands of dollars to get those color schemes in place, and just use those. So hopefully that was helpful. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys got good value. The bridge page video. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Thanks for popping on. Hey, we'll be back same time. Actually, you know what? Next week is Thanksgiving. We will not be back live next week. I'm sorry, but it is a large holiday, and I believe I have plans to be, well, not at my desk and not working next Thursday. Okay, so probably putting on some pounds with some Thanksgiving dinner and watching a little bit of football or something. That's probably what I'll be doing. So you guys have plans? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Awesome. All right. Hey, we'll see you in 2 weeks on a Thursday. Be there or be square. See you guys. Have a great one. Bye. All right, so I hope you enjoyed those 2 critiques, and I went in depth, and actually that was all on a live webinar, believe it or not. So you're doing a live training webinar, and I had some requests to do some reviews, and people said they wanted to see hot seat critiques, so I just pulled a couple open, and there we go. Now what I'm going to do, and look, I'm just going to apologize to everybody here, okay? I'm just going to give you an apology up front and just say, hey, look, I just, as a business owner and as a consultant, I just don't have time to watch every single minute of everyone's videos and every single page. But I am going to give you some initial critiques and hopefully give you enough to then create your next video or create your next landing page or the next iteration of it. All right. So I have a ton of these pulled open on my screen right now, and I'm going to blast through them as fast as possible and give you a bunch of feedback as quickly as I can. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but I'm going to make the time for you guys, and I want to make sure that you get really good value out of this boot camp, and that every single piece of whatever you're creating gets to be critiqued and sort of worked through. Okay. So without further ado, let me just pop in right here. We're going to start with Kevin, and then I have a bunch of these things pulled open here that we're going to bop through, okay? All right, so let's start with Mr. Kevin. Here is your bridge page video. Let's rock and roll, and let's just see what happens.
That I'd become a digital. Looking back, I should have just retired and taken up lawn bowls, but I decided early in the year that I'd become a digital marketer. In particular, an affiliate marketer. After doing lots of
Hey, so Kevin, one thing that you can do is I highly recommend that you spend just a little bit of money and grab yourself either a lapel mic or a Blue Yeti microphone, and it will make all the difference in terms of your audio quality. So let me just pause this video for a second, and I'll pull open what I would recommend you pick up. So if you search lapel microphone on Amazon, you can literally, for $12, this is one that I've used for years and years and years, and it just works great. You can use it on cameras, you can use it on your iPhone, you can use it on your computer. Just make sure you do a little bit of reading and make sure that it's compatible with like your computer, because some of them are designed specifically for DSLR cameras that are nicer cameras. But look, the bottom line is don't go spend $1 billion on a microphone. Where you're at right now is your audio is really low quality, okay? And so you can easily just make it really, really great quality, or at least good quality, good enough quality, right? Just by grabbing one of these for $10 or $12 or something. If you want to go a little bit more If you want to gear it up a little bit more, the microphone I happen to use is this Blue Yeti microphone right here. It's $108. It's on a great sale, and look, it just works great, okay? It really, really works, and it produces high quality, at least high enough quality for you, okay? All right, so let's go back to the video. That's my first thing is the echo and the noise of this. The microphone's really low quality, so it's hard to watch, and people aren't going to watch this.
Research, I did discover there's an awful lot to learn, a lot more than I expected. Even though I've done about 3 decades or more of learning lots of different business software, all this graphical type of software was quite new to me, and I was a bit daunted about having to learn all the new interfaces and come up, and a lot of the tools are drag and drop and will integrate with each other.
Hey, this is Kevin. This is really good, and I don't even need to keep going in this video to know that what you're doing and how you're delivering it is just very authentic. It's very, I can feel through the camera, I can feel that I have a sense of trust with you, and that you're just being real and honest, and you seem like a good guy, and you kind of have a smile on your face, and you're just, hey, you know, all this tool is drag and drop, and this is how it works, and this is, you know. And so I think you sharing your experience of learning all this software and then getting into the industry and realizing, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff I need to figure out here. I think that that's going to be really helpful for people in video. So, Kevin, what I would recommend for you is just grab a cheap little microphone, a little lapel mic. It'll hook right to your collar of your shirt there. You know, don't have it showing if you can. Possibly not have it showing. That'd be great. But it doesn't really matter if it shows up. Just put it through the buttons of your shirt so it's behind your shirt, and it'll be just fine. And then, you know, when you shoot these videos, it'll just amp up the quality so much more. It'll build more respect and more credibility for you. So that's my recommendation. But in general, just keep shooting this video. So keep shooting more videos, more videos, more videos, more videos, and begin to incorporate more of what you learned in the boot camp here to craft an angle and work in your offer. And I think you're onto something here. I mean, you have that kind of natural flow on video, which is awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go to Donna's here down below.
Congratulations on making it to this video. My name is Donna Bonaparte, and I just want to say thanks for checking out my site and my story, and for actually taking a step forward to make a change in your life. You know what's sad and kind of crazy? Most people in the world just sort of suffer in silence. They work a job.
Hey, so Donna, the first thing that number one, I think you have really good lighting. I think that it's bright. I like that you got trophies behind you in a bookcase. I think it just looks kind of cool, and I think you got a good thing going there. I think one thing that you could work on is, because you have really bright lighting in front of you, one thing that you could try to do is move that lighting around so that when you're on video, it's not super bright on your glasses. That's one thing that's kind of tough to do, but if you could do that, I think it would really help kind of the visuals of it. The other thing is that I can already tell that this is very scripted, right? So I know that because you're using the script that I gave, or that we've given in the boot camp. But I think the other thing is that you're talking really quick and you're reading it sort of nervously, and that's okay. Like, I'm not, but eventually you're going to have to get away from this script and go unscripted.
And use the money to try to hold on to the other two of them. After a constant flow of non-paying.
The reason I say that, Donna, is because if you were just speaking to a real person, you would say, you would look into the camera, or you would look into their eyes, and you would say, "Can I just tell you a little story?" You know, when I first started, you know, and you would give little things like that, but when you're reading from a script, you generally don't do that. So you have one of two options. You can keep reading from the script and redo the video, or, well, if you do that, what you need to do is you need to write the script like you would say it. Write it like you would actually say it. So when I'm writing a script for a video, let's say I'm gonna put it up on like a teleprompter for an iPad or whatever. If I'm writing a script for it and the whole thing's going to be scripted, I am going to be typing the script as I'm saying it aloud, as if I was saying it to my cousin or to a friend. So I'll be sitting there typing, but I'll say it out loud, and then what you'll realize is there's a bunch of stuff in your script that you really would never say, or it's not exactly in your voice, because your writing voice is different than your speaking voice and how you speak. So when you take that script again, I like to write in words like, or you know what I mean? So in my script, what I'll say is I'll say certain things like, you know what, it seems a little bit weird. I don't know, maybe you've had this experience. I certainly have had this experience, but it seems interesting to me that a lot of people in the world, they'll walk through life and sort of just they'll walk through life as if there's no better alternative to their crappy 9-to-5 job and their never-ending Netflix binge watching on the couch. You know what I mean? So you see in how I just said that, there's a lot of, you know what I mean, or it's kind of like this. Does that make sense? And that's exactly how I would talk with a real human being. So that's important.
Maintenance, cost of repair. Now look, I don't know where you're at in your life. Maybe you're near retirement and don't have a financial plan, or
the other thing is
financial means to retire.
I can hear background noise. That's a big no-no. I don't know if there's other people talking or if there's a TV on or something, but there's other background noise. That's got to go as well. And then just the last piece is, what was I going to say? Oh, I would also recommend using a different software to record. I'm not sure if this is on your phone or something, but there's kind of a glitchy delay to it. So I would recommend, and maybe that's...
Or maybe you are in retirement already.
I don't think that's on my end. I think that's on the video's end because Kevin's is very smooth. So the recording's a little choppy, so maybe try a new app to record your video. Okay. So, okay, moving on. We got to keep this moving fast. One of you submitted it, and I think it was Gregory. I'm sorry, Gregory, but when I click on your video, it's just not there because you've set it to private. You need to set it to unlisted or public in order for me to view your video. Okay, all right, we have... I can't remember your name, but we're going to hit play.
Hello, friends. Thank you very much for hanging with me. I want to share with you something what I experienced yesterday while trying to do a Builderall bootcamp homework, creating a funnel. It was quite easy to build it, but when it came to publishing it, I tried and I tried, but I couldn't see the result. I couldn't publish it. I couldn't see it. It was always some kind of error appearing. And as time was passing, I felt stronger and stronger wave of resistance mixed with anger flushing my whole body. Have you ever watched a sea storm coming and waves becoming bigger and bigger? Yeah, indeed. In one moment, like the biggest wave hit the rocky shore, I said aloud, I'm done with this. Whatever I try, nothing works for me.
So this is, you're actually capturing this really good. I think this is Tina, and I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but, let's see. Yes, I think this is Tina's video. Yes, okay, perfect. So, Tina, so in your video, number one, I think you're doing a really good job here. You got to lose the script. The theme of this video is you got to lose the script, okay? The theme of this whole critique on the video is eventually you got to lose the script because the script will not sell. And it won't really build trust, right? You wouldn't trust somebody who needs a script to relate to you. You shouldn't need a script for somebody to build trust with you in a video, right? So when you sit down to do this, right, what you're trying to do when you're harnessing that script is you're trying to get every detail, but when you lose the script, you realize that not every single detail and feeling matters, but instead you're just kind of telling the story. So I feel like you're kind of holding back because you want to I feel like you're holding back your actual anger. Like if I were you sitting in that in that situation,
and if I were not reading that script, I would probably like hold up my laptop and shake it in fury and start yelling. Like I just wanted to throw my stupid laptop out the window and be done with this crap forever. You ever felt like that before? Yeah, it's the most frustrating. It's so intensely frustrating. I hate it. Right? So you get into like that mode. Like I feel like what the way that you're saying it right now in this video is very different than how you experienced it. The definition of that is a lack of candor. So what I want from you is I want more raw candor.
It's too complicated. This technical stuff is too complicated for me, and it's simply not for me. I detected the frustration and self-defeating programs because it was late in my homeland, and I used my experience to do a video homework that runs your life, roles that will guide how do you play.
See, this is really good though, because I caught what you did here, and you turned something that was super frustrating, overwhelming, and angering into something that was a positive in you doing the homework video. So look, I want to commend you on that, because I think that that's a really cool thing that you've done, and it's a skill not many people do. Most people actually do throw their laptop straight out the window. Okay? They just open the window, see you later, light this thing on fire, it's over, I'm done, right? But what I want you to do in these videos, is after you have that experience, you fire open the laptop, you open the screen, and I want you to just look right into the camera and just say, like, you know what, here's exactly what I'm feeling right now. This is what I just went through. It was so annoying. And then I want you to just unleash a little bit, you know? Just let people see and feel and hear the experience. That is what people, when they're polarizing, that's what gets people's eyes opened and their ears awakened. So, but hey, great work on the homework. Okay, really well done. And just keep going. Just keep going. Just create your next one. Create your next one. Create your next one. Create your next one. What I tell people is you create a video a day on YouTube for a year and you will make money. You will. All right. What do we got here?
Hey, this is Josh, the work from home dad. I'm about ready to head out on a run here. It's about 5 in the morning. I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about working the rat race. You know, I know what it's like. I've worked 50, 60, 70 hours a week, bringing in the
Hey, good job, Josh here. So one thing is you got to find something that will record better quality videos. You don't need something that's incredible, right, or amazing. But what you do need, Josh, is maybe like an iPhone or something that records a little bit better. I'm gonna guess that this was recorded on a laptop, and you can see how grainy it is. Look, dude, I can tell in the first 20 seconds that you can create good videos. I can tell. So you need to just kind of let go, let it be your iPhone, a little more candid. I love that you're creating a video at 5 a.m. in the morning. Look, guys, powerful moments for your listeners, for your watchers, are created in these candid moments where it's 5 a.m. and you're about to go for a run. Well, what does that say about somebody if they're popping open their video at 5 a.m. in the morning and they're about to go on a run? They got their freaking beanie on, they're geared up, they're going on a run, right? And even though, now, Josh, I'm just going to be real raw with you. It looks like Josh might, and maybe you've lost some weight or something, but it doesn't look like Josh is, super lightweight guy, right? Maybe he's got a little pounds on. And Josh, again, I'm saying this in raw candor, and I'm trying to be as nice as possible. But to me, Josh, the moment I heard you say, it's 5 a.m., got a long day ahead of me, but I'm starting it out with a run this morning. I wanted to throw on my video. I internally just went, well, damn. immediately I respected the guy. Immediately I said, well, hey, I don't care what race you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care where you came from. If it's 5 a.m. and you got a beanie on and you're geared up and you're opening your camera and you're saying, hey, I'm about to go out on a run, just wanted to shoot you a quick message. I don't care who you are, what you look like, body shape, anything. I have respect for you. And most people in the world will. They'll say, geez, this guy's got he's got something lit under his butt that I don't. And how can I be a part of his world? That's the question I'm asking. So, hey, look, for any of you watching this, this is powerful.
Overtime at the factory, at the office, I've done a lot of different jobs, and I never got ahead. The bills kept piling up, the stress kept piling up, the anxiety. Am I going to be able to take care of my family? Are we going to be able to make enough to pay the bills this week? You know, it's tough. And all of that changed about 5 years ago when I figured out how to work from home. But recently, I've found a tool that is greatly.
So Josh, there's and this is just going to come with time. Don't feel bad about this. And nobody, if I'm giving you critiques on this, you better not feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. Okay? Don't feel bad about it. But Josh, you need to unpack more. Unpack more. Give us more, Josh. I found a way that I could actually work from home and that I could build out a career for myself from home. Now, 5 years ago when I got started, I ran into all of these issues. And I want you to get into the headaches that you've been through. I ran into all of these freaking issues. I couldn't figure out how to set a website up. I tried coding. I was scared to create videos. I was blah, 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 blah. Go down the line. And then, you know, if you're selling something like Builderall and you're wanting to push people towards a site builder called Builderall, well, then I would say my main struggle was that I couldn't figure out how to put a website together, how to integrate email marketing. And I wanted to pull my hair out. Now, maybe, Josh, I don't know. It looks like you might not have a lot of hair, or else it's just the beanie. But you can make a joke about that, right? And just say I wanted to pull my freaking hair out. It drove me nuts. And then I found the solution I was looking for, right? So you build and build and build and build and build and build and build. You build all of that, all of the stress, anxiety, all the frustration, throwing the laptop out the window, all of that stuff. And then you say, and then, you know what? A couple months ago, I found something that changed everything for me. You're never going to believe it. It's an all-in-one digital marketing solution. It's an incredible page builder, autoresponder. You can edit photos. You can edit graphics. It's all built into one thing, and it's the most affordable thing I've ever found online. You want to grab a trial? See what I mean there? That is powerful, okay? That's powerful. All right, Josh, that's all I got. Now, just a better video, because this video is too blurry. The other thing, Josh, is you need to have the video, whatever you're recording on, needs to be this about eye height. So it needs to be higher, okay, about same height as your eyeballs, and that will just give a better perspective as well, just of your face. And then, outside of that, maybe just a little bit better lighting would help. So, but look, dude, well done. You're doing a great job. If I was to do anything else different, I might try to find a spot where at 5 a.m. on my run, if there's a little bit like a light post or something that could give you enough light, I might even shoot that video while you're like out of breath a little bit. You've been running. You say, hey, whew, hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Josh. It's 5 a.m. Forgive my lack of breath, but I'm out on my run, and every time I go on a run, my mind it just has a flurry of thoughts, and I wanted to share this one with you. You know, about 5 years ago, I was struggling in my job. I was wondering if I was ever going to have enough money to pay the bills, and I eventually found out that there's careers to be made from home as a freelance digital marketer. And one of the biggest frustrations for the last few years, as I was trying to build this out part-time while I was working my job and all of this stuff, one of the biggest frustrations is I was trying to figure out how to build websites easily and quickly and integrate them to email marketing and integrate them to different services, right? Chatbots and all this stuff to generate more leads. And it was so frustrating. I tried every single software, paid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And eventually I found exactly what I had dreamt up in my mind. But I wondered, did it really exist? I found it. And lo and behold, I'd like to share it with you today. If you want to get a free trial, it's called Builderall, and you can click the link below to get an exclusive free 7-day trial. I'd love for you to check it out, sign up, and start using it today. You're going to love it. Right? Something like that. Okay. That's enough. We got too many of these to keep going on this. All right.
Hello, everybody out in video land. Just Jerry Watson here, doing my first video. Probably can't see the beautiful Pacific Ocean up over my shoulder here. There's probably Vancouver just right there, some of it. Just heading back to Vancouver from the island. Spent the last week helping my son rebuild his kitchen and his new.
I love it. Hey, the only thing that maybe would help here is just a little bit better high quality video. But even the audio doesn't sound bad, and I like being outdoors, right? So a little bit better lighting would probably help the video quality, but looks good, man. Looks good. Hey, you got your first subscriber as well. So nice work. I love it.
Good morning, my friend. My name is Steve Gomez, and I'm saying good morning because it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm just about to leave for work. But real quick, I want to share this video with you because it's important. You are wondering how I reduced my working time from 40 hours to 32 hours at my paycheck paying job. And it's very simple. Just like you, I was searching the internet for better opportunities because my job didn't provide it for me. In my case, I worked the last 10 years very hard to get up and finally.
Hey, this looks really good, man. I mean, really well done. I would, as you're getting up, going to your job, going to your thing, I would maybe, hold on one second.
Well, if you click the button below.
Yeah, perfect. So you have a good call to action. Click the button below. I would maybe even go into what you do for a job, right? Disclose a little bit more about you and, what I do for work, and here's where I'm going, here's what I'm doing today, but I wanted to share this with you. Just, it'll help build a little bit more trust. But I love the lighting. I like, whatever you're doing. I would even explain where you're at because I'm like, is this guy in a warehouse? What the hell is he doing? Like, I would even go into some of that stuff and bring people into your world a little bit more. But good lighting, good audio, good video quality. Looks really great, man. Nice work.
Hi, my name is Derek. I'm so excited to see you here. And I really love people check out my video. And hear what's coming to the next page. You are going to see a video from my business.
Hey, good job. So number one, though, you're definitely reading directly from the screen, right? So I would recommend, just like I've said for everyone else, just make sure that you lose the script eventually. I would also, maybe try to get a thing that's not such a headset type thing, maybe more just like a lapel mic that's a little smaller and lower profile. And then just with this page, I don't know what this header thing is up here that's up here towards the top. It's a different color. Make it all the same color. This is too far down on the screen. And then this, you say the word below twice. I would just say watch the short video and click the button below to get started. Something like that, right? Show me more. So then if I click show me more, it probably goes to the funnel. So I would make this video a little bit bigger, maybe like an inch or two larger. And then I would not read from a script at all. That's not going to sell people on this. The scripted stuff is only for just kind of your initial reference, but should not be used in most videos, okay? Hey, Derek, nice job. Well done on getting that video done, man. William's in the house. Here we go.
To get the free product that I'm providing you. A little bit about myself. I've been doing digital marketing online for almost 9 years by now. Okay, in the early days, they call it internet marketing, then slowly it became online marketing, and now most people generally call it digital marketing. Today, I'm advocating an all-in-one digital marketing platform that has about 36 tools to help any marketers out there on the web to enhance their skill set or businesses on the web. Lately, I came across a video that is...
So, William, what I would do if I were you is be more clear on exactly what this tool is. There's a lack of clarity, right? The way you described it, you said enhance their skills online, right? But that's not something people are, that is something that people need to do, but it's not a tangible thing that people can attach to. What I would rather have you say is there's 36 tools. For instance, one of the world's fastest, easiest to use website builder called Cheetah. We also have a built-in email marketing autoresponder. Those are just two things, but even just those two things alone make it worth the entire cost. But here's the thing, today, let's not worry about the cost. Let's just get you a free trial so you can try it out and put me to the test. Something like that, okay?
Are you ready to try building a website, or have you been trying only to find it's pretty...
Hey, I really like this. I like the intro there and everything. Try to find a video or something where you can get a little bit higher quality. So I don't like having the light coming in from the side as much, only because it's kind of it's drowning out the lighting in the actual video. And then this video is just, it's really grainy. So I have this over here set to 720p.
Frustrating.
But even in 720, it's still grainy. So I would just, if I were you, just whether it's an iPhone, an Android phone, those all work really well. Or just get like a Canon T6i or something, and I'm telling you, your video quality will go off the charts. But you clearly have a personality that works well on video. I can tell that right away. So yeah, I would keep going, but make the higher, I'm telling you, the higher quality video is going to make all the difference. It'll make all the difference on your results. All right, let's see. Jeff, attention subject matter experts and online subject matter experts. Okay, how to save hundreds of dollars a month on expensive marketing tools with just one insanely affordable system. See, that's a great headline. Finally, a way to replace all of those overpriced, complicated software tools with just one easy and low-cost solution. All right, perfect. Let's see.
Hey there, Jeff here, coming to you from my home office in Las Vegas, Nevada, and today I'm going to show you how to stop wasting tons of money, complicated.
Hey, good quality here, good audio especially. See, he's just doing it on a little lapel mic.
Overpriced online marketing gadgets that promise the world but never really deliver on their plans, and show you.
Now, Jeff, you have some background music going in the back over this video. I would actually turn that up a little bit more. Most people would say turn that down. I would turn it up because the way that it is right now is it's just like it kind of sounds distracting. So I think there's a happy medium there. And then for the buttons, I would just kind of like look around a little bit online on some websites. For instance, on this website, see the padding and the ratio of font size. The design on your button just needs a little bit of help. So the ratio of the font, the padding, the spacing, the alignment of all of that button versus the one that you've got on your page, which is like humongous, and you know what I mean, and the borders and padding and stuff around it isn't very good, so that it doesn't look super clean. But everything else, man, I mean, great job. This looks really good, and you clearly have a knack for video. I would say, get the camera up. The camera shouldn't be down and you looking down and then having the ceiling. The camera should be at eye level with you at all times, and it'll look so much better because it looks like you got a pretty cool background there and stuff to show off. So I would rather see that than the ceiling. That's all. But, I mean, really, dude, well done. This looks really great. I like your logo. I like your branding. It looks great.
Hi, this is Mike Nelson. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm glad that you were able to make it to this day.
Hey, Mike. So I would just get rid of the green screen thing. To me, that it's not working super well because you can notice how the stuff around your head, I would just get rid of that, man. But outside of that, I mean, I kind of like your theme here. I like your military theme. This just looks cool. But I would recommend getting rid of this green screen. Go outside somewhere, just get some lighting inside if you need to, whatever it is, but it just looks a little bit cheesy. It looks a little bit corny. I know what you're going for, but yeah.
And we have a lot of things in common, I'm sure, so I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, and I have...
Hey, really well done, though, on this page. Look, any suggestions that I give any of you, any people here in the boot camp, the goal is that you take it and implement and improvise and make it better, improve on it, right? For instance, right here, you can see the border of your video that you've set up, this little box border, isn't exactly on the video. Those tiny little attention to detail things are going to be things that cause people to click away rather than actually going through and purchasing. So I would just work on the quality of the video a little bit more. And then I think you've got something that's going to be really good.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Eugene Gruzin, and I want to congratulate you for making this video and thank you for watching it. You know, it's quite difficult for me to shoot this video because my English is not my first language.
That's great, just popping in right away, man, and saying, hey, look, my English isn't the best and this isn't my first language, so it's kind of tough for me to make the video. And then you want to just say something immediately, Eugene, like, but look, I've never been somebody to back down to a challenge, so this isn't going to be super easy, but I just don't back away from challenges, so here we go. And then just go into it.
I don't speak fluently enough, but I want to make this video anyway because I want to share very good information with you that is helping me right now to change my life. And I'm sure it's going to help you as well. So what I want to do right now, I just want to tell you that this program is for...
So you might want to take a throat lozenge, and I'm not like trying to be mean, but like literally, if you got a really sore throat, like tea with honey or hot water with honey in it will really soothe your throat and be able to give you a cleaner delivery. And I know you'll get better on it over time. The other piece is have a smile throughout, right? See, I haven't seen you smile as I go through this whole video. I haven't seen you smile really one time start to finish, okay? So I want you to work on...
And I'm sure it's going to help you out.
I want you to work on smiling more throughout and using less of your script and making it just more of a friendly, hey, nice to meet you, as opposed to just, you know, slam on all the information that you want to get out to them.
Congratulations on making it to this video. My name...
Hey, that's a cool... This is a cool intro. I would recommend guys host stuff on Vimeo as opposed to YouTube. That's just my thought, and I can get into that later, but that's my recommendation for you.
And I just want to say thanks.
I love the intro where you're close to the camera. I've seen videos that do really well where people are like adjusting their camera as they start the video, and they say, "Oh, whoa! I think it's working. Is this working? Okay, awesome." And then it's like it's kind of this catchy intro, and I like what you did there.
Thanks for checking out my story and actually taking a step forward, raising your hand and saying, sick of working the 9 to 5 with a guy named Dave. Would feel like.
Hey, this is, dude. You kind of have a comfortability with video that I can sense it. So, look, I know the script that's already coming. So, well done. I mean, good job. Way to get the video up there. The big piece that I would say to work on is just losing the script. Just lose the script, man. You don't need it. It doesn't need to be a crutch. Lose the script, and I think you're going to be far better off with the results on this page because people aren't going to buy from a script. That's just the bottom line. But hey, look, you got the video up. I like that you have your little subscribe now. You've got 77 subscribers. Keep creating a lot of video content because you're doing really well, and eventually it's going to pay off. Okay, this was more of just an opt-in. So the cookies and privacy, I wouldn't make this like a pop-up like this as much as I would just a banner up at the top or a banner down at the bottom. Okay, but overall this looks fine. This looks good. Good job. I'm not sure who this was, but good job. Free video reveals how I increased my monthly cash flow simultaneously quitting my second job. Very cool. I don't know who this is either, but yeah, I mean, it looks fine. Whatever's down here, the footer area, I would make this white and not this weird purple color. That's maybe my only thing. I would probably make the headline bigger. So headlines should be like 40 to 60 font size. This looks like about 24 or 28 or something, pretty small. And then that's really probably all I would change. Oh, it was Donna's. Okay. So we've already seen yours. So I would just, yeah, increase this. And then you'll notice how you have a headline here that's over the top of the video. So just have to fix that line spacing a little bit. But yeah, nice job. This looks great. This is the last one. All right, cool. I like this. So this is more for like a social media or digital agency, it looks like. Looks cool. I would actually recommend having a voiceover speak over this for that amount of time. And then the last piece is, so I'm just going to be real candid with you. This logo design, I think you might need to either get it redone or have it, like you don't want to have this as a square on the video, because the whole video, you'll notice how it's like, it's a widescreen video, and then for it to end like this with a square, it just looks like it just doesn't fit. So what I'd recommend, and that's huge because you're a social media marketing agency and you should be able to get that right? So that's a big piece of this and then I wouldn't put LLC in your logo. I would just put Ingenious Solutions, social media marketing agency. So I maybe would just have a logo redone and then get yourself the raw files for it so that at the end of the video you can just put in, that in. Look, this is really good. I mean, this is a really cool video. I feel like it brands you pretty well. If you want to take social media off your plate, right? I think it's good. I think it looks great. I think you did a good job and well done. I mean, this is a lot of work that goes into this. I don't know if you made it or somebody else did, but great job. And to everybody who created stuff for these challenges and for the videos and the opt-ins and all this stuff, well done. I'm going to do one more here. I forgot that Cindy's is right here. I'm going to do Cindy's as well.
Congratulations on getting your 7-day free trial of the tool that is literally going to change your life. Now, before you actually go ahead and get this tool, I want to share a short story about me and my experience about coming upon this tool. So I came online and I was really wanting to sell affiliate products. And so in order to sell affiliate products, I needed to come up with lead pages. So I needed to get a lead page software. And then I needed to have a place where I could collect all my emails or my phone numbers or my SMS or whatever that was. So I needed an autoresponder. Then I needed a website, okay, of course, to share the products and services and create content. So I needed that. I also needed a way to, like a database, to create my customer database. I had all these separate tools. They were costing a lot of money, and yet it was...
That's really good. I mean, you really captured it. I would maybe just adjust, like, your background, right? So here's the reality is just try to stage something with like bookshelves and books or something and try to frame it really well. So just look, what you've done there is great. All you need to do is just kind of clean it up a little bit and give it a little bit more production, Cindy. But I can tell you're a natural on camera. You look like you got the hang of it. You can figure it out. So just try to frame and position, whether you do it outside, whether you do it, inside. You have good lighting, you have a good camera, you're doing a good job, and you explain the pain points really well. And I think that people can relate to that. So just keep doing it, right? The answer for most of you is just keep doing it. Keep diving in. Keep, what's the right word? Keep iterating. That's the word I'm looking for. Keep iterating. So what I tell most people is, look, for a bridge page video or for a website video, before I ever really consider it close to being ready, I probably shoot it 50 times. 50. Not 1, 50. And the reality is if you want to, do you want to be amazing at video or do you want to be mediocre at video? If you want to be amazing, and if you answer mediocre, well then just never shoot a video again. Just turn it off forever and never come back to it. Go blog, go play on Instagram, whatever. But if you want to be good on video and you want to build a long-term brand for yourself, I hope that your answer was, I want to be amazing. I want to be freaky good on video with video marketing. And if you want to do that, you should be shooting not just a video a day. I mean, you should be on as much video webinar as humanly possible, and then just give a little bit of thought towards production value, a little better microphone, a little better camera, a little better lighting, a little better background behind me, and then things pop off. Then your brand goes to a different level, and by that time you've shot so many videos that your production value is just way higher. It's just way better. All right, so hey, to everybody who got these videos done, I mean, this is a long video, but hopefully it was of value to you. Watch it once, watch it again later on over the next month if you need more value, and let's rock and roll.